Good evening. I'd like to read from JB Preistley's excellent play When We Are Married. This is set in North Yorkshire, and it's the sitting room of the Halliwell's house, a solid, detached Victorian house. We first hear the doorbell ring. A moment later, Ruby Birtle ushers in Gerald Forbes. Ruby is a very young slavey of the period who looks as if her hair has just gone up. Forbes is a pleasant young man in the smart clothes of the period, and unlike Ruby, most of the other characters, he doesn't talk with a marked West Riding accent. Ruby. You'll have to wait because they haven't finished the tea. Bit late, aren't they? It's a do. It's a what? A do. You know, they've company. Oh, I see. It's a sort of party and they're having high tea. Roast pork, stand pie, salmon and salad, trifle, 2 kinds of jellies, lemon cheese tarts, jam tarts, Swiss tarts, sponge cake, walnut cake, chocolate roll and pound cake kept from last Christmas. Is that all? No, there's white bread, brown bread, currant tea cake and one of them big curd tarts from Gregory's, and lots of cheese. It is a do, isn't it? And a little brown jug. A little brown jug. You know what that is, don't you? Don't you? Well, I never did. Little brown jug's a drop of rum for your tea. They're getting right lively on it. But you don't come from round here, do you? No. I come from near Rotherham. My father works in Pitt, and so does our Frank and our Wilfred. There's a bell ringing somewhere. Oh, I know. It's for me. Let her wait. She's run my legs off today, and Mrs. Northrop's in kitchen. She can do a bit for a change. There's 7 of them in dining room. Alderman Halliwell and Mrs. of course, and then Councillor Albert Parker and Mrs. Parker, and Mr. Herbert Soppit and Mrs. Soppit, and of course Miss Holmes. Oh, Miss Holmes is here, is she? Yes, but she stopped eating. You're courting her, aren't you? What? Oh, I saw you both the other night near Cheekley Woods. I was out myself with our milkman's lad. Now, don't look like that. I won't tell on you. Now, look here. What's your name? Ruby Birtle. Well, Ruby, you wouldn't like Miss Holmes to get into a row here with her uncle and aunt, would you? No, I wouldn't like that. But I'd like that shilling. You said Miss Holmes had finished eating? Yes, she can't put it away like some. I'd rather keep Councillor Albert Parker a week than a fortnight. Do you want to see her? Yes. Could you give her the tip quietly that I'm here, if the rest of them aren't coming in here yet? Not them. You'd think they'd been pined for a month, where they're going at it. I'll tell her. She'd better come round that way, through greenhouse. Enter Mrs. Northrop. Oh, here you are. That's right, Mrs. Northrop. I see naught right about it. You gassing in here as if you own place instead of getting on with your work. She's rung for you twice, and I've taken another lot of that hot water in. Now come on, you little crackpot. Aren't you Dorganist in chapel? Yes. Ah, well, they've got it in for you. How do you know? 'Cause I heard him say so. I don't miss much. So that's why Mrs. Halliwell asked me to come round and see him. That's right, there's 3 of them in there tonight, do you see? All big men at chapel. And you've been enjoying yourself a little too much, I fancy, lad. So that's it, is it? Aye. And you know what? I say to hell with them.